Alright, y'all, I'm going to try to shoot a video on my feed mix for my chickens. My peepers, man, my peepers. I have been asked a few times why I always call them peepers. It's because baby hens are peepers, baby roosters are cockerels. So, yeah. Oh, there's a woodpecker. He's a little woodpecker. Oh, look at you. You're very cute. Oh, that's a baby. Oh, crap. Hey, we got a baby woodpecker sticking his head out. Yep. Sure enough. Sticking his head out and squawking. Alright. Okay, my feed for my chickens is a mixture of things. For my adult chickens, I use whole corn, wild bird seed, something. I, of course, haven't used chicken feed in a couple of years because something told me to stop buying it a long time ago. My chickens wouldn't eat it, and it was just sitting there like rocks on the ground. So I stopped using it way before anybody was saying anything about it. The smaller can used to be for the goat feed, and the big can was for the chicken feed. Right now, this has got the baby feed mix in it, which has got the crumbles for the baby chickens. It's got that in it. It's also got scratch feed in it. It's got some of the high pro dog food in it. It's got wild bird seed in it. It's got a little bit of sweet feed in it. And there is still some whole corn in that, even though they can't eat the whole corn. The whole corn right now goes to feed the squirrels and the other birds, the adult birds and stuff, the wild ones. So they actually get to eat too. But see, they alert me to hawks and other things. I can hear all that stuff going around, and I can tell by how the birds are acting and what's where and all of that by what's going on. So I normally don't buy scratch grains at all because the grains are busted, and once you bust the grains on corn, wheat, just about anything, it loses all its nutritional value. It's just a shell, it's just stuff. So I haven't bought scratch grains in years and years and years. Back when I was buying them years and years ago, they still had some nutritional value to them. Oh, nowadays they don't have much. So, and you can see there, it's just mashed up corn, bird seed. It's just the same stuff I mix anyway, but I give them a much higher protein content. It's just, in general, it's just way better for them. And now that I've started doing the wet feed, my chickens have literally doubled in weight, 2 times more in 4 days. So I'm gonna have to say that what I'm doing with my babies is working. It is working. And they love it. They have given me no problems going in. I just go in there and put their feet in. If there's too many of them that are trying not to come in, I just take the feed back out and go back out there about 10 minutes later, and everybody's in agreement to go in the house. So it works out real well. And I've had chickens a lot. I have never had 37 birds that you could put in the house at one time that would all just cooperate with you. That's what a little bit of training every day does for you. Oh. Bird seed. they get a little bit older, I'll be using probably twice as much whole corn as I am right now. Because like I said, right now the whole corn is mostly for the wild critters. The babies can't eat it yet. A few of them are starting to. Okay. And if you're not keeping your feed in metal cans, I would strongly suggest keeping your feed in these metal cans. I have had not one incident of anything ever getting into this. We don't have a fly problem. You can see the flies flying around right now. But we don't have any of that stuff going on around here when these are closed. I'm also keeping in mind while I mix this batch in the big can that they're going to be probably twice their size in a couple of weeks. So the lower parts of this have a heavier whole corn content than the top will have. But like I said, their baby feed's still in here. Oh man. I've never had ants get into my feed since we started using these. No ants, rats, nothing. It's been absolutely awesome. Right. Didn't make these open like the rest of them. It will to a certain point, and then it just won't. warm day. I was actually gonna wait till tomorrow to do this because I got beat up yesterday just getting this here. But I've got to start switching them over to the big baby feed. Saving back a little bit of all this to add into that with the scratch grains, because I do throw dry feed out. I do throw dry feed out to them when I first let them out, and I put it into places that's safe for them. Those hawks are screaming right now. They're all going to safety. Man, dude, y'all, 5 to 15 minutes a day I spend training with these birds. Sometimes more, sometimes I miss a day, but I can promise you I have some super quiet, super well behaved chickens that I mean they're spending most of the day out now, but at about 3 o'clock, if I let them out in the morning, they're ready to eat and go lay down. They're tired. So God, they've put on so much since I started feeding them wet. It's crazy, just crazy. Just a little bit more of this. Feed kind of tends to mix itself if you put it in thin layers. Just do, you know, a layer of whatever you're doing at whatever ratio you want. You'll end up with a nice layered feed. If you keep the layers flat, you won't have a big pile of crap in the middle that you don't want. It'll stay mixed up like that, man. That's like perfect. So yeah, it's not hard to do. I'm gonna go ahead and hope Romeo doesn't see me doing this. This makes me mad. This is high pro dog food. As good a feed as you can get right now. This feed I've been using for 13 years now, 12 years. Not once have I ever seen it smell like corn chips, because you can just smell the corn in it. And the kibbles are different now. It used to be an all beef dog food. It was almost all beef byproducts and stuff. Now it's this Frito looking crap. But at this moment in time, I mean, it's doubled in price since I started using it. Minimum double in price. And especially doing the wet feed, that stuff mixed in with that. I mean, the full-grown chickens can eat those no problem, and it jacks them straight up. I've always had gorgeous hens. You're a dick. Oh, you're a dick for doing that. Yeah, that sucked. I'll sweep that up and throw it out down here in a little bit. I reckon we're gonna do this the hard way. Oh, awesome. Good. Managed to get all the baby food up tucked out too. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that can't go in there. Oh. These things are probably 6 years old. 6 years old, 7 years old. This one, I think 6 on this one. But yeah, it's they work great. They work great. And I'll sweep off all this feed, sweep it up, and throw it out or two down. Ugh. And these things, y'all, if you want to make you some planters, seriously, if you want to be able to grow something in an above ground planter, you roll these down. Ugh. Roll them down like that. Keep it as straight as you possibly can. Go down to about here, fill that with soil. You have a raised bed garden right there. It'll hold quite a bit. They're great for growing potatoes, all kinds of stuff. They're also great trash bags, and you don't have to buy trash bags. Of course, I don't buy trash bags anyway. But These are also good underlayment for where you want to put your pots and stuff, because the water, once they wear just a tiny bit, they're just woven fiber without the outer coating, which wears off of them really fast in the sun. It's just a woven fiber like a plant. Wait, just stop the leaves from growing. Normally I don't make a mess. Today I surely did. Don't ever leave that stuff on your floor anywhere, or you'll have every critter in the universe up there. I'll get the rest of that. My hand is done. Hawks. I get so sick of them hawks. Lazy ass hawks. Whew. I'll give this to the babies in a few. All my little peepers run to safety. And that thing knows better. They have gotten to know me. So yeah, that's the story on my feed mix. What I have been doing is the last 4 days, I gotta sit down now, John. I'm beat. Let me shit, let's do this. Let's just do this. I'll sit down. Oh. I have been taking 2 full scoops of feed, which they were up to 4. Take 2 scoops of feed. I put between 3/4 of a gallon, right at 3/4 of a gallon of the water out of my filter. I built a really awesome gravity filter with Nikken parts, Nikken. They make amazing gravity fed filters. They are expensive, but I've been using Nikken. Their drop-in filter has an activated charcoal layer that's about like that, and there's 7 layers in this thing of everything, and there's mineral rocks that they sell that work fantastically. You just have to scrub them off sometimes, you know what I mean? My filter does not get dirty by any stretch, but just like any water filter like that, you have to clean it. So mine probably gets cleaned once a year, honestly. I clean it when it slows down. Normally you can pour 3 to 5 gallons of water in it and it'll run it really fast. when it starts getting to where it's like drip, 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 and no, no, no. But it goes through a sponge before it goes into that filter, and it goes through a ceramic head before it even goes into that. And frankly, for the most part, a ceramic head filter is, they're almost all the same. I've not found any difference in them, and it works great. So that's the water I put in it. I put 3/4 of a gallon right now is about what's going in it. There's 37 of them. They do get about a half a scoop thrown out in their safe places, and I do leave whole kernel corn in there for the wild animals and stuff, and you know, they get some of all of it, so they're really healthy too. But I got a baby woodpecker right up there right now poking his head out. But this feed, I use 2 full scoops, 3/4 of a gallon of water in one of my feed buckets. I let it sit. I just throw it out here and let it sit in the sun. And then I'll come out when it's soaked up all the water, and I pour that Bud Light in it. It could be any beer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be in there. But the beer is very beneficial for them. Fermented stuff is awesome. Awesome. Not so much that stuff, but fermenting your feed draws a lot of flies and stuff like that, and I don't have anywhere set up to do that. I am going to set up a bug area over there to grow some different things. I'm going to be growing a lot of earthworms because I need them in the garden anyway, and worm castings and stuff like that. But I'm probably going to set up a soldier fly bin because they're just so prevalent in the feed anyway, and the chickens love that stuff. And occasionally a squirrel is an asshole, and he gets chunked up and fed to them too. And we're so overrun with them. If I wasn't feeding them, they would be starving and be up in the roofs of our houses tearing everything all to hell. So the only saving grace, any of us, these people probably have no clue how much aggravation I'm saving them by doing the chickens here the way I do it, because I'm not just interacting with them all the time and raising a far superior chicken as far as behaviorally. I'm in a neighborhood, man, and my rooster is going to start crowing just like the last one did. I had 5, 6 roosters here at one time, but once they started crowing, you know, the Cornish crosses got, you know, my boy came and got them. They were beautiful, like 20-pound freaking birds. It was insane. It was insane. They were very well fed and loved, and their feet were all broken up and their legs started breaking, and when they got where they couldn't walk anymore, that was not happening around here. I'm not doing that to any chicken. Anything. I ain't doing it to anything. So, you know, they got put in the oven, but they had fantastic lives. These birds, none of these birds are going to be used for meat birds. These are all egg layers. And I'm not sure if I've been messing up on which one's the rooster out of them Jersey Giants. I'm kind of starting to wonder, because the 3 I thought were hens may be the cockerels, and the one that's been acting like a cockerel its entire life may be the hen. I don't know. I really don't know. All I need to do is pick them up and look. But that's kind of part of the fun for me, is to just see how it unfolds. In little bit, that golden sex link that isn't right, she was constantly doing clockwise circles every time she would get stressed. I didn't think she was going to make it, to be honest with you. She's less than a third of the size and weight of the exact same bunch of birds that she came from. She's a badass little chick, man. She's really, really badass. She's a good girl. She's smart, adventurous. She ain't scared of shit. And you ain't taking nothing from her. I don't care how big them other ones are. They don't. She succeeds far more than she fails on finding and keeping things. So. Oh, and I do want to Turn this camera off. I said my hands are so fucked up right now. Y'all looky here what I did. Ooh, check it out. I mowed my grass. Oh, see how pretty and green that is? Yeah. See, don't take it all out though. Don't ever take it all out. There's still some little weeds out there going to seed and stuff. But yeah, it is a nice, pretty green yard. Yep, sure is. Babies is over there having themselves a good time. Oh. Get that up a little bit more. There we go. Those little babies is over there having themselves a good old time. They are happy, healthy, and yeah, they do love the beer, that's for sure. They love the beer added to their food, and most of them have doubled in weight in 4 days. They were lighter than I felt they should be, and the food was just not doing what I felt it should be doing. Even though it's my own mix, I still am at this moment forced into having to buy products that I don't really like. Sorry about all the grunting and groaning, y'all. I'll come over here for a second. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi, babies. Hi. There's my girls, huh? There's my girls, yeah. No, I don't have a feed bucket on my hands or nothing. They're not coming over to me because I have feed. They know I don't have any feed. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi, babies. There's my pretty girls. There's my pretty girls and their handsome boys. Yeah, hi Slider. Good, she's coming around. She wants me to reach in there and pat her. Ooh, you're starting to look a little more bored rocky too. Yes, you are. You are. Hi, Cody. Hi, sweet baby. Hi. They don't all have names because they don't all want to interact with me the same as some of them. Pearl and Opal are two of the white leghorns. I know exactly which ones they are because of the way they interact with me. Ooh, you are turning out to be super pretty, baby. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're going to be very pretty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, little bit. He's so cute. Hi. Hey, Pearl. It's killing you, ain't it? Yeah, it's killing you. Okay. Let's see. Where's this thing looking? Let me walk in here for a second. Hi, babies. Watch out. Watch out, watch out. Nobody's trying to run away. Nothing, huh? Did you feed in the puppy to come in? Hey, Pearl. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Hi, baby girls. Hi, Buffy. Gosh, you're a big girl. Hi. Hi. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, those are babies. Those are pretty babies. Yes, they are. Puppy don't got any food right now. No, you got snackies all over out here. Yes, you do. You got snackies everywhere. Oh, no. No, no. No, no. That is no. No, no, no. Wings are to help you run faster. Those wings are to help you run faster. Gosh, she's going to make me have to trim her wings, and I don't want to. Do not want to trim her wings. There you go, baby. good for you. You guys can't fly like the other birds do, and you're brown birds, okay? Brown birds, yeah. Wings are just enough to fly faster. You know what's funny? They don't even poop on my chair. Oh, you don't want to grab that. You don't want to grab that. And they disperse and go back to their business. You have packed on some weight, baby. Yes, you have. Oh, you guys want some veggies, don't you? Okay. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna come out here and put a stop to this video. Definitely, thanks for taking the time to check it out. As you all can see, these birds are very healthy, very happy. They they absolutely have a spectacular life for a chicken. I plant seeds out here all the time for them to either find as seed or it to pop up as plants. I've got fruit trees growing out there. There's about to be a lot more fruit trees in here. They are actually going to be living in an orchard. And hopefully I'll have the flying completely trained out of them, because I don't like trimming my birds' wings. A lot of times people will trim one side. I don't like doing that. And this is what, 4 foot? And they don't, that's the first time that one's even flown up to the top of the fence. Hopefully it won't happen 50 times today. But I'm gonna go get their feed mixed up, and y'all have a fantastic day, man.